Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This video may find you at any point of time. This is CA Hanil Jain continuing with our series of discussion for CA final papers. So this video is all about paper 3, that is audit and assurance. Yes, it's advanced audit and assurance, and yes, it's the most difficult and the advanced paper to study. It contains 18 chapters. The traditional idea of studying standards, company audit and professional ethics is no more to use, because with the introduction of MCQs, multiple choice questions, you have to have the knowledge for all the chapters. I would like to share you an incident that in our paper there was a case study for multiple choice questions from peer review chapter for 10 marks. Just imagine a student not studying those other chapters and going for the examinations. Yes, you are already out of the race, and that's where you need to study all the chapters. Now people have a very great confusion that from where to study, how to study. Audit is not our cup of tea, and I will make it simpler for you. You have to go for the module first. Try to read the module and do the questions. The questions of the module are a bit easy, but to read a module is a great task. Try to read it. Try to configure the important parts of it. Try to highlight stuffs if you can, or the alternative, as we have, create a YouTube playlist which syncs with all the chapters, because the YouTube videos will help you to build the concepts, and concepts will help you to fetch those 30 marks. And yes, that's 30% of your paper. I got 22 out of 30 and I cleared audit with 48 marks. See the importance, getting 22 out of 30 and 26 out of remaining 70. The ratio is with you all. So just imagine that if my concepts were not good, if I would have not been able to write the MCQs, what would have been with me? So yes, you have to go for concepts. So read the module thoroughly and try to know all the concepts. Like in bank audit, insurance audit, you should have a formal plan in your mind for peer review, for quality review, for professional ethics, the clauses, for the company audit, all the sections, and for all essays, all the essay numbers with a great interlinking with all the other chapters. Essays are the king of the audit. You should have the interlinking with all other chapters. Like if a questions come, you cannot say, nahi, this is from a particular essay and I will write a no. You have to interlink it with other chapters, and you have to articulate your thoughts. You may get 10 thoughts in your mind to write, but you have to articulate and present 3 to 4. Otherwise, you would not be able to complete the paper. So you have to articulate, present it well. Secondly comes the mock test papers. Yes, you have to write the 3 mock tests. The main exam should not be your first practice paper or your first answer. You have to write minimum 3 papers at your home. Moving ahead, you have to do with all the revision test papers, the past papers. That will be a very helpful thing. And for audit, one more thing is there, that you should have a question bank, because the essay wise questions are not available anywhere as such in the module. The given in the module are very limited sets of questions. If you do all the past papers and RTPC, you cover all the questions. But the only issue is you don't get it essay wise, and you are not able to sync it well. So to sync the question, so that you study a particular essay, you do all the questions, and you know that yes, essay 200 I am done with it, essay 210 I am done with it. So that way you require a question bank. So I would not suggest any faculty over here in this video. It's up to you. But make sure that the question bank syncs with the ICI module and the way ICI is giving the answers. Because yes, after all, ICI is the one who corrects the paper. You may give 1,000 of views and thousands of interpretation, but that's always one ICI view and one ICI interpretation which has to be stated into the paper. So yes, and now the bonus one comes out. That's my paper for audit. So this is my paper. You can see I scored 26 out of 70, and that's a very poor performance. But yes, it has its own limitations, because I am not the one who can study theory well, but you can see there are stepwise marking involved into it. And yes, institute gives you stepwise marks and you have to write answers in 2 steps. Give a good presentation, good space and everything, so that you can see the paper well. The corrector can see the paper well, and you can see I just scored only 2 in the 1A. That's a very poor score. Similarly, if you go through my paper, you will see that you don't score much. But yes, there is something that you can learn from my mistakes. You have to do pairwise, do some kind of good presentation, and yes, quote the essays, quote the clause numbers and everything, and yes, you will be able to through this paper. And the most important thing is, I'll show you now, is this OMR sheet. Yes, you can see that it is 22. Yes, you can see it right. It's 22 out of 30. I don't know which are right, which are wrong. I cannot evaluate it for you, but yes, I have scored 22, and that's where it leads to success. So yes, focus on your concepts, build your concepts well. I would not say that you practice MCQs on a daily basis or so, but yes, at least solve all the ICI material available on the site for MCQs. The past papers, you won't get any MCQs. There would be RTPs where you will get MCQs. You will get into mock test. You will get some MCQs sample basis released by the ICAI. So do that and focus on the concepts. You will be able to get through this paper. If you have any further queries, do contact me. My WhatsApp number is 9029288680 and my email ID is henil jainj75@gmail.com. Thank you.